In the previous lesson, we talked about how we can assemble objects in Fusion using different pieces or components, and also how we can create mechanism and how we can test mechanism animation and simulate the movements that we're gonna plan. So we work with this menu here by creating components, constraints, joints, and contact sets, etc., etc. So of course, this is not a precise drawing, but it's a draft. So you need to put pins and hinges and everything in there. We did something a little bit less complex also here with this really basic hinge. But we saw also that we can download and use pieces from manufacturers inside Fusion, again here in the menu of the assemble. So in this video, we're going to talk about materials, and we're gonna see that this type of panel or panels, more than one, are accessible by the solid interface here in the modify. So we have physical material, appearance, manage materials. These are the three main panels that we're gonna use, but we can also find them here in the surfaces and etc., etc. So we can create our objects and then go with the final part before the rendering, because the final idea is that we're going to create a render where we're gonna preview what our object is gonna be before we actually go in production. So right now we can see there is just a plain gray metal, and we're gonna apply something more interesting. And also we can use textures, which are like images that you can apply to the material. One final thing about the joints, you can right click and you can edit them from here. So you can put limits, you can suppress, you can edit the joint, you can also drive the joint, which is the thing that you do when you double click. So you can press escape or say okay when you're done. Also, you can set this position of the joint as the on position, or you can go back the on position. Now we also saw that down here we have an engine icon where we can hide inactive feature and we can show the component color watch. So right here we can see the various components divided in the timeline with various colors, and also here in the browser, so it's easy to find them and select them. And also if you go in the utilities, you can display the component colors which are going to override the material. So you can use these like more for management and in the project phase, in the design phase, but then in the render phase, in the visualization phase, you can switch and just turn this off. Now, there are also other analysis instruments you may want to use. For example, interference will show, well, if there are like some objects that are interfering together, but in this moment they're not. Be careful with interference and overlapping, because they're going to cause flickering and also errors in the render. So you may want to inspect a little bit your model before you go into render or before you go into materials. And here you have curvature. So in this case, you need to find something that it's a curve to measure. And in this case, we only have this, which is a perfect circle, but we can just see, you can see that when the curve is nice and smooth, you're not gonna have like bumps or things that are gonna be fractured or things like that. You're gonna have a nice analysis, a nice curve. You can also manage the size and the density here. So that's also a good tool that you can use when you have like rounded shapes. Let me create here form so we can also see some additional tools. And I'm going to do something really simple. I'm going to do like a box and create it on the vertical plane. Click and drag here. Doesn't matter the position. Okay. I want to adjust the shape. I want to make 3 divisions in order to have like a square in the middle. And by the way, you see more divisions you add, the less this is going to be rounded, the more it's going to be straight. And also want to push this to make it like more like a box. And I don't want to, well, yeah, maybe I can put also up here another subdivision in the whole 3 direction. You can also do it from here if you're having problems. And so let's see some additional tools with the form. Now, until you stay in the form, you can create other forms, and they're going to be considered as part of this object, as part of this body. For example, well, let me just copy this. So if I do, well, let's say OK to finish this, and we're still in the form. So if I select with a double click all the parts of this form and I do Control C, Control V, or just copy in the modify, I can copy this here. So these are now composed by two different pieces, but this is the same uh, uh, object. So when I have this situation, I can take this face and take another face on another part of the design, and then I can go to modify and I can use bridge. Okay, I need to do it again for some reason. So 1 and 2. Be careful, the arrows, they should point the same direction. You can flip them, but and also activate the preview so you can see what's happening. So it's creating a bridge between these two objects. And so you can pick the sides. You can also twist if you want. You can add additional faces if you want. The less faces, again, the less subdivision you have, the more this is going to be smooth. So let's make 2 and see what's going to happen. And you can also keep the creases if you want. Now let's say OK, and you can see this is nice and curvy and rounded. So here I can, let's say I finish the form here, and I can go back to utilities and I can inspect with the curvature again. So in every part where there's a curvature, I can go there and analyze that and see how it's behaving. And also you have other analysis too, like the zebra analysis, which is kind of a preview of what like shiny and reflective material would be. So it's going to show you how the material is going to behave on this curvy surface. And if you don't like it, you may want to try another type of shape or another type of solid, or convert it into a solid, and so on. Another thing I want to show you also is you can change the shape. Well, in this case, we can just right click here and edit, so we can work on this. And you have other tools here, like for example, to put a crease. We already saw that. But also if you put additional edges, like an edge loop, if you double click here and select the entire loop, you can insert an edge. And if you insert an edge or more than one, you can see this part is going to be less rounded and more straight. So you can control the roundness if you're using the shape tool with that. So you can inspect with many tools here, and you can analyze many different things. And if you go here, just place the analysis tool and you're gonna see what it's about. And also we have center of mass. So if I select this body, say OK, it's gonna show me where the center of mass is that little point right there, and so on. So right now I'm gonna override this material here, not with the display component colors, but with an actual material. So I cannot do it from here. I need to go back somewhere here, for example, also here in the mesh, and go to the appearance panel or press the A button. And this is the material we're using, which is the default material. And we already saw we can apply a new material. So you can also click and drag in here. This is going to apply to the project, but not to the object. And then you can select if you want to apply to bodies and components or to faces. If I say faces, it's only going to apply to the selected faces. Before we continue, I want to give you a couple of suggestions. For example, Twinmotion and Substance 3D and Blender. Also, we already mentioned it before. Well, if you want more advanced prod-based and lights and lighting, and also you want to handle better materials, you may want to have a look to this software here, like Twinmotion, if you want to do like more exteriors, but also it's good for interiors and prod-based. Substance 3D if you want to create complex materials with textures and physical materials and so on. And Blender more if you want to do like animation and things like that. So Blender has all the tools you may need to have more advanced materials, more advanced rendering, more advanced lighting, and of course also the other 3D software that you usually find